Hey up me loves, I'm Nat and welcome back to my channel. Fellow renegades, happy Tuesday. We are here for another Ren reaction to Vincent's Tale and the prologue for Vincent's Tale being sunflowers. So the way that I like to record my videos, I will usually record the Tuesday's video a few days before. However, word on the street has it that Ren has got Richard's Tale up his sleeve and will be releasing it momentarily. Some people believe it's going to be this week. It's going to happen at some point. So in order for me to be able to do that reaction properly and have the context, I just needed to get on here and do a reaction to the prologue and Vincent's Tale straight away. So I have no information about this particular tale. You guys have said that it's very, very different to the tales of Jenny and Screech, which fingers crossed, because I don't want to be found later on crying on the floor with a bottle of wine in my hand, because Jenny and Screech was really rough. It was rough for me, guys, and it just would be nice to explore a little bit of a different genre of his music with this tale. Yeah, so the name Vincent just strikes me as a pretty different choice. I've actually not met a lot of Vincents in my lifetime, so it's kind of more of a painter's name. When I think of Vincent, I just think of Vincent van Gogh or Van Gogh. I don't know, guys, you just be the judge on how we pronounce that. When it's sunflowers as well, that strikes me as slightly odd, because if I remember correctly, did he not do or depict some kind of series of paintings with something to do with sunflowers or bouquets of sunflowers? So that's really where my mind goes to. My other theory is that, is Vincent connected to Jenny, Screech and Violet? Vincent could be the father of Violet, or the uncle, or I don't know, some kind of family member entwined in that story. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so without any further ado, we're going to do two reactions today, one after another, just so I get a bit of context. I can kind of read the story a bit better. So we're going to do the prologue of Sunflowers, and then we're going to go on to Vincent's Tale. So without any further ado, let's figure out who this Vincent is. Let's get into it.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
It's like children's music.
Such a beautiful shame. The sunflowers will when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a
rolling a spliff or
madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down.
Woo!
Blindingly loud. Never surrender.
Okay, I'm stopping at the fire there. I don't know if that's good. It looks like a fire. I don't know what the hell that is. That guy just did not look that arse, to be honest with you. The fact that he's rolling a spliff or some kind of nicotine thing, and there's this awful tragic story on TV. He just honestly looks like he's watching Coronation Street. Children's music was a little bit weird. I did notice that off the bat, just in the kind of little bit of introduction there. And I'm perplexed. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, guys. It's a story I'm sure we all know is actually a really sad lyric, because obviously this is an issue in Britain, and it's just something that just keeps happening over and over again. And I think it comes from that systemic violence. It comes from that generational cycle of the abuse that obviously we did explore with the tales of Jenny and Screech. It's just a really sad line. It just struck me as really sad. War rains down as well. So who are we at war with? Is it potentially we're at war with ourselves or each other? Who knows?
Rains down, blindingly loud, never surrender.
What is that? Oh, the sunflowers are on fire. Oh, I don't like this. The ghost there too. A guitar.
Oh, what a terrible scene.
What does that mean?
Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown as we all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. War rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
That is quite shocking, just to see that. I didn't realize it was sunflowers at first, but just to see them on fire in a vase. So usually when I see flowers in a vase, it's resembling of, I don't know, I would say like a bouquet of flowers that's perhaps being given. Maybe that's in a time of strife, maybe that is in a time of celebration. Yeah, it's kind of strange. It's kind of switched that around for me with them being on fire. It's a very, very negative connotation that I have with those particular flowers in the vase. Just a few really things in the lyrics that just really, really got me there. Planting seeds where the grass never grows. And then, is it a ha-ha or something? But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown. So yeah, I get the first like line of those lyrics, but what does that mean? But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown. What are the places unknown? What is that a metaphor for? So planting seeds where the grass never grows, that feels like something physical, but the grass, it stays greener in places unknown. Is that maybe your soul and your being of who you are? Like, I don't know. Maybe this is getting too deep for this, but let me know in the comments. That just really strikes me. There's quite the contrast there, and I don't know what he's talking about. But I love that lyric, honestly. It just stood out to me. What is he doing? Oh, God. Oh, it's Ren. Love that change of scene. Okay. This is so clever. The 9 to 5. I'm stuck in a rat race, eh? Oh, it's like Groundhog Day. Oh no. Oh. What's he doing? All the money he's earned, he's just spending on alcohol to kill himself. Slowly. So sad. Ooh. I didn't really pick up. There was some kind of like old-fashioned song in the background. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll just play it back. Shades of Night Are Falling. Okay, so I don't know what that like old song was about. I can't quite figure out how the lyrics relate to his particular situation, but it is just really sad, isn't it? And it is a predicament of this generation where you're just working. He does mention, you know, the corporate machines, and you just basically, you're working, like you're living to work. And you're kind of just stuck in the system. You're stuck in the daily life. I just honestly feel as though I've just seen a movie, the way that that was depicted on screen. Yeah, it's definitely something to think about, isn't it, guys? I think something so sad and that really is a massive issue with this generation and even the younger generations to follow is this feeling of being stuck in a rut. And I think a lot of people struggle when they don't have a purpose to life and they feel undervalued, which is what a lot of the big corporations do. And especially in 2025, I mean, there's just been so many suicides, so many people diagnosed with depression that are really struggling. It is the biggest epidemic, is depression and suicide and mental health. And it really is caused by this matrix, as I like to call it. And I really don't know what the answer is, guys. We've been conditioned from being so young and for so long to do the 9 to 5 and to kind of give up everything for companies and corporations. And really, they're the people that are just making money off us, and we're the ones that are struggling. So I really do appreciate the way that has been presented within that prologue. Yeah, I'm super excited to get into this. I am paying attention. Let's go. This song again. Oh, so at the end of the prologue. The drum's head. It's friggin' steaming. It's that dude from the beginning. Okay. Oh, the camera's making me feel drunk. Nicked his guitar.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want. I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain,
So frustrated.
You all say that with pride. It's my right to be violent when you fed me lies.
What? It's my right. Let me just grab the lyrics here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so Great Britain, I hate you. I will say that with pride. Is just lashing out at the system, is just lashing out at society. And it is interesting how this kind of daily life, this daily funk that is in and is like just so bored with life and bored with the same routines. It's just coming out in that frustration and that anger, especially when, you know, he has a few drinks, this particular character. It's kind of a bit like a domino effect. But the thing that just struck me really odd is it's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. But the problem is, like, he's not lashing out at the system, he's lashing out at individuals, which is just causing this, you know, the issue that we've got in Great Britain, which is violence. But that just, like, the only time I've really, it's my right to be violent is my right to remain, it's your right to remain silent or something. You know, when you get arrested, that's the only time I've kind of heard something similar. It's very, I'm intrigued with this take. It's actually it's very entitled, isn't it, that take too? Yeah, I've just never heard it in that way before. It's my right to be violent. That's what it reminds me of if you're to get arrested, which obviously has never happened to me. Anyway, let's just swiftly move on. I did want to mention there too, I had a massive appreciation for the camera angles because it actually made me, as the viewer, feel uneasy, very off balance, and very drunk. Yeah. Okay, let's continue and see what is going on and what this character is doing to that poor dude there that would just sat with his guitar and trying to make a quid or two.
I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me.
This is sad.
Destroy.
Oh my god, I feel motion sick.
I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted. But I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am.
Sorry, I'm getting carried away with this. It's making me feel really motion sick, honestly, with the camera angles and just the way that it's going. But I hope that's the whole point, isn't it? I suppose it doesn't only represent the fact that he is wasted, as is admitted, but also the fact that, I guess, the chaos of society is represented in that. That's how I feel, at least. The chaos of his mind. I don't know. I don't like seeing Ren this way. It makes me really sad. And unfortunately, this is the reality for a lot of people. They are really angry because they don't have that purpose and the meaning to life. They feel as though they're not doing anything, and that it honestly is like Groundhog Day. It's like one of those kind of nightmares where you wake up and you're just stuck in the same routine. And really the question is, how do you get yourself out of that? And especially if it's just been generations and generations of that same theme and that same kind of lifestyle. What is the answer here? I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted, but I wasted all my youth. That's so powerful. And I stay so damn complacent, getting wasted in my truth. So different ways that he's used that particular word, but I wasted all my youth. I wonder why he feels as though he's wasted his youth. So if we think of youth, you're very much, you're full of dreams, you're full of hope for the future. And maybe he's kind of ashamed at the situation that he's in. And again, he doesn't know the out. He doesn't know how to get out of this and dream bigger and make a difference. I really don't know, guys. It's just honestly, it's really sad to watch the deterioration of this particular character. And again, I don't really know who Vincent is at this point in the story. Is Ren's character? Is it the guy on the street? I don't know how this relates to anything. But it is kind of seeing this deterioration every day of this specific person. And it's really difficult to watch.
Self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. Might reign like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list. The pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick. Now the rules of the street fight are simple.
Oh.
It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on
He
your
was taking
feet.
his coat off.
Pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose.
Okay.
Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial.
That's clever, I love it.
Park a fist on the landing, trick carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix kill.
Ooh.
Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
Oh no. Oh, this seems very familiar, guys. Oh, I like the switch of scene there, though. Escarped. Right, okay, good point to just stop the video there. Don't like where he's going, where he says, soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. And I think that line is really symbolic, because I feel as though maybe people do, to a certain extent, have reactive violence or planned violence because they don't feel seen and heard in society. And that they feel as though that is their only outlet, is to, you know, cause a complete catastrophe or to, you know, unfortunately unalive a person or people. Karma served like a carbonated cola on a crucifix. Oh, I don't know how to interpret this, guys. Karma served like a carbonated cola on a crucifix. I don't know. I really don't, guys. Could you maybe interpret this for me? That just really stuck out to me as quite unusual. So if you could just put your thoughts in the comments, what does this mean? What is your interpretation? I'd love to hear it. So anyway, let's get back to this. I love the camera angles, how it kind of changes from one scene into another one, and he's scarpered. And again, I'm feeling very motion sick with all of these twists and turns. Oh. Oh yeah, it's truly scarpered. He's definitely legged it there. Right. Is it back at the beginning now? Okay, I'm feeling a bit better now.
So it goes in the
Wow.
absence of the light. The
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I see then I don't mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the beacon. Crouch on the floor, the court to omit him. Hate the world spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, heart upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror. And swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow. And shadow ban the problem man, a sold for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it, or the rules that we all honour. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood.
Okay, I know guys, I'm so sorry I had to stop it there. Richard is back. I hope this is the same Richard from like the other tale, and he's had a really shit time, to be honest with you. Whew. I mean, this guy has seen some sights. Maybe it's like a bad omen or something, you know, when he's working with his mates, like, oh my god, Richard's working tonight, shit's gonna go down. Who knows? Well, there was so much to unpick there with the lyrics. I just want to pick out a few things that stood out to me. So, first of all, my interpretation of this is the character Ren was playing was Vincent. Am I correct? Let me know in the comments. I thought in the beginning that it was that poor old guy that were just having a cigarette in his living room and just, I don't know, them busking on the street. I did think that might be Vincent, but then he kind of just wasn't there anymore, was he? He just disappeared. Just like the lyric that really got, like, just made me so sad is, the world spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. So I guess there's just like been no mentorship there. It's almost like with the way that his life has gone, it's kind of shaped him to be this violent, reactive, frustrated human being. I don't know. I just think that's a really, really, like, I don't know, it's just difficult to hear those lyrics. But don't think about reality, my happy little shopper. Everything's a distraction. That's why he mentions the Netflix. It's all a distraction. It's all meant to just keep us, you know, docile and in the regular 9-to-5 routine. And it's so true what he's saying there. Makes you wonder really, like, who is the villain here? Is it Vincent or is it the system? I guess they kind of come hand in hand. And how do we break this? Again, it's all about the breaking of cycles, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite difficult to not only watch, but like the lyrics are quite difficult to listen to, honestly. So, bloody Richard's there again. We're just going to see what happens here. I don't feel very confident about this Richard, to be quite honest with you. I think some shit's going to go down.
Fucker, he turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch, and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", was his first day back.
Oh, here we go.
After a time of absent leave, working London on the night
He's in a
shift.
mood.
What he didn't think he'd see was a boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so.
Oh my God, I was just taken back to the tale of Jenny and, well, the tale of Screech, actually, within that trilogy. So Ren, you guys obviously know this, but Ren used his guitar to fire the shot. So I just find it really, I don't know. It's just really cool that he said, was a boy with a guitar bruised and battered on his knees. So it's that the guitar is coming back into the scene. I just think that is really clever. Yeah, it's that history repeating itself, isn't it? It's really sad. And I can't remember the exact lyrics of with Screech's Tale. Was a boy with something like charging at him. So yeah, there's a double meaning there. It's a crossover. We've crossed over here. I wasn't expecting that, honestly, guys. I really wasn't. Okay, let's just rewind a little bit. Wow, there's a boy with a guitar bruised and battered at his knees,
On his knees, but Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast.
Not again.
But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Oh, it's the same. Oh my God, Vincent. Richard. He's learnt his lesson, hasn't he? Richard, poor Richard. That ending was magnificent. Like the fact that when Screech's Tale he just shot, which, I mean, I don't know if you could, I don't really know. I've never been in that situation before. Don't ever want to be in that situation. But if this crazed, teenager's running at you, he just shot. It was maybe out of fear, and maybe there's been time that's passed, obviously, between the Screech's Tale and between his encounter with Vincent, and maybe he's gone through some internal searching and potentially trauma from that incident, and he is actually, in a strange way, even though he's arresting Vincent, he is giving him a chance. He's not taking his life away. Maybe he's giving him a chance. I'm feeling really positive about this, guys. Maybe it's going to be different this time. I can't wait for Richard's Tale. I am so excited. I just wonder when Ren's going to release this. I've heard that it has already been recorded, so it is a case of him just pressing a button and it being released. So I will swiftly, wherever I'm at, I will be running back when that happens. Yeah, but just all in all, just to summarise, I think I've talked throughout, just to summarise that tale, it is really sad. It's unfortunate, it's extremely frustrating that so many people are in similar situations of just being stuck in the rut and the 9 to 5 and not knowing how to get out, and potentially not even being taught the skills from being young of how to do that and how to just do something that they enjoy, do something that they love. But I do believe that we are hopefully the next generation. Everyone's starting to wake up a little bit and to see what is in front of us. And I'm hoping that there will be a bit of a change with that. I'm not entirely sure how, but I do feel as though the next generation is going to save us and we'll be moving towards a completely different world. I think awareness is everything, isn't it? When we come to all these different topics that has been depicted in this specific tale with Vincent. So, all we can do is continue to speak about this, bring it to light. And then hopefully with this knowledge, it'll educate future generations to be able to break the cycle. It's not just when it comes to violence and abuse, it is to do with just the general everyday life. And, the greedy corporations. Yeah, it's really, really sad that, I've got 2 young kids and I've kind of brought them into a world that is full of greed. And it really, really is about just working you until the death. And then, if you think, who goes to your funeral? Well, it's the people, it's your family members, it's the people around you, it's your friends, it's the people that are your loved ones and that you've appreciated. And unfortunately, the way that the current world is working, those moments and opportunities are just being taken away from us. Life was a lot simpler back then. And, with that as well, I think that a theme in here is that maybe a little bit hidden is the isolation of that. He just goes and he drinks and he's not around friends. He is just exhausted at the end of the day. And his only outlet, unfortunately for him, is alcohol. Yeah, guys, it's been really sad, but the end just gives me so much hope that there can be change. And I kind of really do feel for Richard. I'm really on his side. I think he's had a hard time and I can't wait to get into Richard's tale. So fingers crossed that will be soon and I will be back with another first reaction to that tale as soon as it's released. In the meantime, what did you think to this? How did you interpret Vincent and all of his demons? What is your opinion on the current world and the issues that we're facing? I'd love to hear that in the comments. And with that, guys, I have really thoroughly, it's been hard to watch this, but I've thoroughly enjoyed this. And I feel as though it's just been in a very strange way, even though it's dark. Again, Ren has a way of bringing beauty to the dark with his storytelling. And I appreciated it. Thank you again, Ren, for blowing my mind and giving me lots of things to reflect on. So I will see you back next Tuesday for another First Renegade reaction. In the meantime, take care and ta-ra for now.